Hello everyone, welcome to ShailajaIAS. This is Subash. Welcome to the PYQ Decoder course. Today we are seeing class 2 of the history. Today we are going to discuss ancient history. Through PYQs will be decoding the important themes and areas where questions have come in the ancient history section. So, chalo bacho, we'll shuru. Ancient Indian history will start. Totally I have taken last 6 years ka complete ancient history question and I have mapped the themes across ancient history where questions have come. So we are going to discuss in the next two classes with respect to ancient history the 6 to 7 big themes under which micro topics or micro themes have been asked. So first important theme is Indus Valley civilization and the prehistoric sites. It includes all the old Stone Age, Paleolithic, Mesolithic, Neolithic, okay, the Copper Age, Chalcolithic Age, Iron Age, and the Indus Valley civilization, Harappan Age, as well as Vedic Age linked to this prehistoric and Chalcolithic Iron Age sites. So, first we'll see with the Indus Valley civilization question. The famous, okay, this is with respect to Harappan Metallurgy. What important it is with respect to Harappan is you have to study metallurgy, society, all the artifacts, okay, unique town planning. All this is your syllabus for mains, UPSC mains, which is asked in prelims also. Entire, which we discussed in the first class, society, economy, status of women, religion, all this should be studied with respect to civilizational shift. The timeline you have to study along with the society also. So the question is, the famous female figurine known as Dancing Girl found at Mohenjo-daro is made of carnelian, clay, bronze and gold. Here the answer is bronze. See, it's a Chalcolithic age, right? Bronze is an alloy of copper, and Harappans had specialized in making bronze artifacts. So this is a 10.5 centimeter masterpiece created by a technique called lost wax technique. Lost wax casting, also called Sir Perdu. Sir Perdu or lost wax technique, where they used bronze metal to make a female figurine, dancing girl. What they did is they first filled it with wax and then they poured the metal in the liquid form and a solid female figurine made up of bronze was got. So the option is here C, bronze. Next, with respect to again Harappan, the question had come in 2021 with respect to Harappan Architecture. Which ancient town is well known for its elaborate system of water harvesting and management by building a series of dams and channelizing water into reservoir? You know, Harappan civilization was built on the bank of rivers, right? Bank of rivers. Okay, mainly in the northwest India, Indus Valley, Indus rivers, right? That's why Indus Valley civilization. Ravi, Bias, Satluj, all these rivers and the tributary of Indus where the Harappan civilization was built architecture. However, one of the important site, it didn't had continuous flowing river, so they built an elaborate system of water harvesting system and management. Which was that city? Was asked. Dholavira, Kalibangan, Rakhigarhi and Ropar. All these are the sites. You need to do mapping. You need to know which are the factory sites. Okay, important facts and characteristics of these sites becomes very important because question in 2026 might come from these options. Here the answer is Dholavira. Dholavira in Gujarat had a sophisticated water engineering mechanism where perennial rivers were not there, and Dholavira utilized seasonal streams like Mansar, Manhar rivers and constructed around 16 dams to make sure, okay, Dholavira got enough water across the year. So, with respect to architecture, question had come, you have to know about Kalibangan, where it is, Rajasthan, right? Rakhigarhi, is it the biggest site in India, which is the biggest site? Ropar in Haryana, all this you should be knowing. So, next with respect to is site matching. Next important thing is site matching. So, mapping becomes very important. Mapping with respect to ancient sites, okay, Harappan sites, Indus sites, in Maurya, in Gupta, okay, all this in the southern India, Pandas, Cholas, okay, Cheras, all these sites important becomes because questions are coming every year, 2 to 3 questions are coming with respect to the sites, historical sites. Chandraketugarh, okay, sites are given, state and description. UPSC will do, okay, already sites are given. It might give state as wrong or description of the place as wrong. Okay, Chandraketugarh, is it Odisha? No, West Bengal. It was asked, this same site was asked in 2022 or 2021. Again, this was asked in 2024. Chandraketugarh, Odisha, wrong. Inamgaon, Maharashtra, yes, major Chalcolithic site. Okay, correct. Mangadu, Kerala, yes, it's a megalithic site. Okay, just like how in Karnataka you have, in Kerala and southern India you have megalithic sites, Mangadu is a Kerala site which is a megalithic site, large stone site. Okay, Saliundam is Andhra Pradesh, yes. Rock cut cave, where do you find rock cut cave shrines? Mainly in India, Ajanta, Ellora, right? In Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh region. In Amaravati, okay, or in Andhra Pradesh, you find Buddhist stupas. Therefore, rock cut shrines is a wrong description given for the fourth site. So, option 1 is wrong because state has been wrong. 2 and 3 are right. Option 4, state is right but the description is wrong. So, your answer will be 2 pair or 2 and 3. Which is the option? 2 and 3. So, sites are very important. Every year, 1 or 2 questions are coming exclusively on ancient sites. Now, we'll see again site matching question asked in 2021, my friends. So, consider the following pairs, historical places and well known for. Burza Home, rock cut shrine. Do you know where it is? It's in Jammu Kashmir. See, same thing he made it in 2024. He asked the state and he asked what the description is. Rock cut shrines? No, rock cut shrines, again the same description was asked in last question, 2024 question. Before that, 2021 question was formed on sites. No, it is known for, okay, pits burial. Pits burial, not rock cut shrines. Rock cut shrines, Ajanta, Ellora, all this, bus this, right? Bus this. So, first one is wrong. Chandraketugarh, just now we saw, asked again. Terracotta Hut, yes, it's in West Bengal, not Odisha. Ganeshwar, copper artifacts, yes. Ganeshwar was one of the important sites for, okay, copper ore. So, statement 2 and 3 are wrong here. Option D. So, Burza Kashmir is a Neolithic site famous for pit burials or pit dwellings and not rock cut shrines. Chandraketugarh is a Shunga period terracotta hut and Ganeshwar was major center for copper. So, same almost Chandraketugarh was asked. Again, now if you know the state also was asked in 2024. Next, Vedic Iron Age, okay. Iron Age was the period of Vedas. Vedic literature becomes important and all the ancient philosophies. You have orthodox philosophy and heterodox philosophy also, right? The classical philosophies, yoga, Sankhya, all this becomes important, and heterodox philosophies, Buddhism, Jainism, Charavakas, all this becomes very important. With reference to ancient India, Gautam Buddha was generally known by which of the following epithets? Nayaputta, Shakyamuni, Tatagatta. Shakyamuni, yes, he belonged to Shakya clan. 2 is there. So, you know, 1 is you can eliminate, 2 and 3, or 1, 2, 3. None also you can eliminate. And if you don't know anything at all, normally UPSC will not give all the 3 options right or none of this one right as options right. Since you know Shakya Muni is called Shakya Muni because he is coming from Shakya clan, then you can eliminate and get the answer if you don't know all the option. But if you have known the names of Buddha and Jaina, you know that Tatagatta is also Buddhist name and Nayaputta is a Jaina. Mahavira Jaina was called Nayaputta. So Buddhist is known as Shakyamuni, sage from Shakya clan, and Tatagatta, thus gone or thus come. And Nayaputta is a epithet for Vardhamana Mahavira, the 24th Tirthankara in the Jaina. Normally UPSC, when he is giving this kind of questions, all 3 will not be correct or none of the above will not be correct, but first you have to exercise your knowledge. You can eliminate, okay, none, and if you know 1 is right, you can eliminate 1 also, okay. Here, since options have given 2, if you know 2, then you will come to 50-50. Then you have to take a call here. If options are given, like 1 only, 1 and 2 only. But if pairs are given, then you have to take a call. You know 1, then at least it will be 50-50. None of the above, all 3 might not be the proper correct options. So either it will be 1 pair or 2 pair. That you have to take a call in the examination. If you don't know, I am telling. Next, again Buddhist linked to geography, my friends. In which of the following regions was Dhanyakataka was flourished as prominent Buddhist center under Mahasangikas? You should know Buddhism sects as well as Jainism sects becomes very important. Mahasangikas, where did they live? Dhanyakataka, he is asking which state. So Andhra, Kalinga, Gandhara, Magadha. Here the answer is Andhra. But if you see Kalinga, it's in Odisha, northern part of Gandhara, northern part of India, Magadha, northern part of India. Only state, okay, south of India, and where Buddhism is there is Andhra. So all 3 options he has given in northern India, 1 option he has given in southern India. And you know only Buddhism that was dwelled during Satavahanas. Sorry my friends, Satavahanas is Andhra Pradesh. He has given 3 sites in North India and 1 in South India. Even if you don't know, you should be able to logically guess by seeing the options here. See, Dhanyakataka is the ancient name of Dharani Kota, which is in Amaravati, Andhra Pradesh. Today Amaravati is the capital, right? Now they have made capital Amaravati. It was a major capital during Satavahana period. Understood? Next. Jainism's core beliefs and Buddhism's core beliefs and teachings becomes very important. Souls are not only property of animals and plant life but also of rock, running water and many other natural objects, not looked at as if on as living by other religious sects. This reflects the core belief of, it's very easy question, Jainism. Jainism believes souls are present in every, not only living or plants, animals, but also in every object, non-living object also. And the concept of Anekantavada. Okay, to reach God, there are many multiple ways also was given by Jainism. Now what is important is, what are the teachings, important philosophies of Buddhism? Question has come. With respect to Shaivism, question has come. That's why the options are there. With respect to Vaishnavism, Shaivism and Vaishnavism, okay, question have come. Nayanars, Alvars, all these questions have repeatedly come in this core beliefs of the important religion. Understood? Here the answer is Jainism. Next, it is with respect to texts, poets, okay, and brief characteristics or brief description of the poets and authors of what they have written. Here we'll see about Jaina and Buddhist literature. With reference to Indian history, which of the following are Jaina texts? Neti Pakarana, Parishishta Parvana, Avadhana Shataka, Trishashti Lakshana Mahapurana. Trishashti Lakshana Mahapurana, asked in 2022. You need to know the authors also. You need to know briefly if it's a Jaina text, on which Tirthankara. There were 24 Tirthankaras, right? On which Tirthankara that book was written on. So Neti Pakarana was a Buddhist text. So wrong. Parishishta Parvana was a Jaina text. Then Avadhana Shataka was also again Buddhist text. And Trishashti Lakshana Mahapurana, Puranas are again Jaina text. So here is 2 pair. Our answer is 2 and 4 only. Here, my friends, don't go to guess, because it doesn't work unless you know this, which are Buddhist texts, which are Jaina texts. There you have to memorize, you have to know the scholars also. Parishishta Parvana was written by Hemachandra, and Trishashti Lakshana Mahapurana was written by Jinasena, also known as Gunabhadra. You also have to know which king patronized these poets. Okay, conversely, Neti Pakarana is a Buddhist text and Avadhana Shataka is an anthology of Buddhist legends. So, 2 and 4 are right, 2 pairs are right, another 2 are not correct. So, you are able to see the options also. You see where when the books, authors, okay, sites are given, not all 4 will be correct, or not none of the above will be also not correct. So, it will be 2 right or 3 right or 1 right. So, none of the above, all of the above options, if they are there, generally you can eliminate. At least 1 or 2 will be generally correct in this kind of questions. Next, Upanishads. Again, Upanishad literature. Question has come. Consider the following statements. There are no parables in Upanishads. What did I tell you in the class 1? Whenever extreme statements are given with respect to historical, okay, literature, you treat it with extreme caution. No parables. See, Upanishads is to sit with the Guru and ask question and answer. While answering, Guru might have told, or the writings might be in terms of stories also. Okay. For example, Jataka tales all were stories only. Upanishads was there even before Buddhism and Jainism came. Upanishads were there. So, normally parables or stories must have been there in the Upanishads. There are no parables in Upanishads will be a extreme statement. Even if you know or don't know whether parables are there or not, but knowing that in later religion like Buddhism, Jainism, so many stories, parables were there, obviously it would have been taken from the before Vedic and Upanishad literature. Upanishads were composed earlier than Puranas. See, mapping, timeline with the society, space. So, when did Upanishads came? Upanishads were Vedic period, okay? Vedanta. Upanishads are also called during end of the Vedic period. Vedanta are before Buddhism and Jainism. And Puranas came in the 5th, 6th century AD, right? 5th, 6th AD. This was BCE, before 5th, 6th BCE year, 5th, 6th AD during Gupta period. So, yes, Upanishads were composed earlier than Puranas. So, linking literature with timeline, with how our civilization has grown. So, statement 2 is right, 1 is wrong. So, 1 pair or 2 only. Clear? Next, we saw Harappan. Okay, we saw the sites, we saw the Vedic, we saw Jainism. With respect to Buddhism, you have to cover 360 degree as I told you in the class 1. Now we'll see with respect to Mauryan Empire, with respect to administration, question has come. Ashokan inscriptions suggest that Pradeshika, Rajuka, Yukta were important officers at the village level, district level, provincial level, central level. Again, you can't guess here because it's direct question asked with respect to Ashokan, rock edicts and inscription with respect to is Dhamma, policy of Dhamma. Spread of, again, Buddhism. So these were the officers at district level. At district level, okay, Pradeshika, district head, Rajukas, judicial heads and Yuktas were secretaries ordered to go on tours to spread every 5 years to spread Ashoka's Dharma. Okay, or Ashoka's Dhamma. Clear? Next, Kautilya. Okay, very important with respect to Mauryas. Kautilya's role is very important in establishment of Maurya Empire. So, according to Kautilya's Arthashastra, which one of the following is correct? A person could be a slave as a result of judicial punishment. Okay, could be, it can be, yes. If a female slave bore her master a son, she was legally free. Yes, according to Kautilya's Arthashastra, it has been elaborately mentioned with respect to the social order. If a son born to female slave was fathered by her master, the son was entitled to the legal status of the master's son. Yes, if a son was born, okay, to the female slave by her master, then the son was entitled to the legal status of the master's son. Here answer will be option D, 1, 2, 3. Like this kind of statements where even UPSC, except UPSC examiner, no one would have studied Arthashastra and social order in details unless you are a history scholar. Okay, sometimes option what UPSC might be giving is different from what you think. But when these kind of statements are there and generally they are making sense. Generally, they are making sense with respect to our social order which we have studied in history. You go generally as it is right. Okay. Unless you know for a specific and if you have studied, generally even if you might go wrong in 1 or 2 cases with respect to UPSC key answers, go this kind of statement as right based on what you have studied with respect to history. Okay, with respect to ancient history, medieval history and modern history based on your NCERTs or standard books. Next, Ashoka, Mauryan Empire linked with geography again. So, asked with respect to how many pairs of Ashoka on rock edicts and their states are correctly matched. Dhauli, Odisha, correct. Erraguddi, Andhra Pradesh, correct. Jaugada again rock edict is in Odisha, not Madhya Pradesh. Okay. Kalsi is in Uttarakhand, not Karnataka. So, 2 pairs are right, 2 pairs are wrong. Answer will be only 2 pairs. Normally, here what you can do, all 4 pairs you can go wrong. You will end up with 30%. Unless, okay, if you are sure if 1 statement is right or 2 statements have been swapped, normally it will come to 2 pairs if 2 statements have been swapped. Or if you see 1 wrong and 2 wrong and they are not swapped statements, it can be none of the above at that times. Normally you will ask in IR questions like that. None of the above will be matched properly. However, here, okay, Dhauli is in Odisha, Erraguddi in Andhra Pradesh. Again, Jaugada also is in Odisha, he has given wrong. Kalsi, Karnataka is given wrong, which is Uttarakhand. Normally, none of the above, all the 4 pairs when he has given like this will be wrong. And if he has swapped it, 2 will be right, 2 will be wrong generally. Okay. It might not be in all the case, but generally 2 pairs will be right when he has swapped the other 2 to do it wrong. Next, Ashoka's religion policy, Mauryan empires. Who among the following rulers advised his subjects through an inscription? Who wrote inscription mainly? Okay, Ashoka is the major king. Whosoever praises his religious sect or blames other sects out of excessive devotion to his own sect with the view of glorifying his own sect, he rather injures his own sect very severely. Who? Close your eyes. Ashoka's Dhamma. Other options you see, Harshavardhana, okay, Samudragupta, what is also called as, okay, Napoleon of India, right? Krishna Deva Raya. So you have to know religious policies of all these kings, because the examiner might have already framed questions with respect to religious policies of Harshavardhana, of Krishnadeva, of Samudragupta also. So answer here is Ashoka with respect to the, okay, Ashoka's Dhamma. So I'm sure this would have helped you to map what kind of questions are coming. If you see in the last 6 years where questions have come with respect to sites, okay, geography linked with timeline, with respect to religion, society, status of women, here questions are revolving around again and again. So if you can focus, if you can study comprehensively 360 degree, this history becomes very easy, and history you can score good marks even if the syllabus is vast. So I hope this class is being helpful. We'll see you with ancient history in the next class. Take care.